What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, in tonight's video, we are going to be installing our BBK oil separator kit for our Mustang GT. Now, I have been waiting on this for a long time. I ordered this with all my clutch stuff, and this just finally came in not that long ago. So I've been waiting on this kit because, as you guys know, over here, our Mishimoto oil catch can is way too big for this and won't fit. So we had to get one that's actually meant for the car. And I mean, I'll show you right here. I opened it and kind of like played around with it. I mean, it is small. So it's not nearly as big, and it's supposed to directly fit like right here. So it'll look cool. And I got BBK because, you know, the BBK throttle body, I figured it'd be kind of like a cool, you know, little piece instead of getting like JLT. Plus the JLT one was 10 more bucks or $10 more for the same thing. So, you know, BBK it was. Now, before we get into installing our oil catch can, I got to update you guys a little bit. Like I said in the IFO video, I'm sorry I had to cut that short. Actually, a not crazy story, but it's definitely, it sucked, and we had to leave early and, you know, hurry 3 hours home to basically avoid this car from getting sent to the impound lot. So I'll explain that in the next video, but that's another story, you know, like I said, for another video. And also, before we do get into it, I would like to say I now own a 2000 Honda Civic LX. So yeah, that happened. I didn't exactly plan on that. To be honest with you, I didn't really want a Honda, but I'll also explain that in another video as to why I got this Honda, you know, with the nice vintage plum paint job and ugly tan interior. But we're getting off track. We gotta get back on the Mustang here. We gotta install its oil catch can, and then our engine bay will finally be fully complete. Got another stool for the garage. This one was really starting to get worn down. Plus, I like this one because you can adjust it, you know? You can adjust the height on it. So, got another stool. But alright, let's lay out our parts here. We have our oil catch can, and this is really nice because there's no drain plug on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about it getting anywhere. You just unscrew the bottom, and it comes out right like that, and it's in here, and then you just dump it. For me, I got a jug over there, so I just dump it in there. And then it's got like a mesh filter system going on here. This piece actually fell out when it's just a little filter screen. I think you can just wash it or something. This actually fell out when I got the thing, and so I just had to put it back in. But here's the actual catch can itself. And then it did come with some hosing, 3 different lengths. We got long, kind of long and short. We got our mounting bracket, which I believe this is gonna go right here on this nut. I think all you gotta do is just take this nut off. Yeah, it'll probably be right here. Or if you wanted to, you could probably do it down here. We'll probably end up doing it down there. I don't know. I'm not quite sure yet. We might have to get some sort of stud to thread in there. I'm not sure. And then we also got some small hose clamps, some like 90-degree angle like hose connector pieces. Looks like a port where you screw into the PCV valve. And oh, that's it. So this is all that came with our kit. It's pretty simple, but no instructions. So in the video today, I'm gonna teach you guys how to put this on. Also, I just wanna take the time to say, we are finally now able to record in 4K high definition. Forked out the money, and I bought myself a brand new computer and something that can edit a lot faster than my old computer. My old computer was getting to the point where it would take almost an entire week because of how slow it was. And then my girlfriend actually bought me a new GoPro. So Now quality should be nice and clear. This ain't the newest GoPro, but it's definitely a lot better than what it was, than what I had. So expect a lot better quality, a lot more clear, and I'll actually be able to upload on time now, because it's, you know, it'll take me an hour to edit a video versus before it would take me, you know, nights, like night after night after night, because of how slow it was going, and the software would constantly crash, and you know, this and that and this and that. It's always just been one thing after another. So it's nice now. I'm finally set. So now it's just a matter of, you know, getting content, finding things to make content on, which this Honda is going to be a content maker. Got plans for that. Nothing crazy, just something to, I mean, make it look better. I mean, those hubcaps look cheap, you know. It'd be nice to kind of, you know, lower the car a little bit more. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but hey, it's got the 1.7, you know, non-VTEC, gets good gas mileage. That's all it's really gonna be, is just a cool little, you know, average grocery getter, nothing crazy. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So you're gonna need your 8mm socket, and you just want to start by moving your air intake out of the way and unhooking these hoses. Now you got the one hose from the air intake, from the idle air control valve to the air intake, and then you have the PCV hose that runs to your air intake. Now what I think is really weird is the fact that they don't offer an oil catch can kit for this side, just for this side. Doesn't make much sense to me, but oh well, you know, what can you do? So we got this out of the way. Let's unplug our sensor connections real quick. Let's undo our vacuum line here. Just get everything out of the way, make it, you know, one step easier on us. And thankfully, you know, I deleted half of the vacuum lines right here, so makes it even easier on me. All right, there we go. We got it out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, so now our next step is we're going to completely remove this hose, and then we're gonna also, after we remove this hose, let's mount up our oil catch can so we can kind of figure out where everything's gonna go and what hoses we're gonna need. So let's take this off and we'll mount up our oil catch can. So we got our tube out, and one, the car attacked me, you know, I'm bleeding now. But also, I noticed there's oil on here, and so it's gonna be kind of cool to see, you know, what actually oil is being spit up through the PCV valve, because obviously the PCV valve, what it does is it prevents your crankcase from blowing up and exceeding pressure. So when the pressure is exceeded, you know, oil will spit up, but then it just goes into the intake and gets burned off. So it's going to be cool to kind of check and see like how much is actually being spit up or not. I mean, our dipstick hasn't gone down in I don't know how long. You know, this thing runs pretty good. It doesn't burn any oil, nothing like that. So, but it'll still be cool to see. It's sometime later. I ended up having to do a lot of running around to try to find these two little bolts, but I finally did. So I ended up going to Tractor Supply, and the size is here, I'll show it to you right there. That's the size that you need. It's a small little bolt. You only need 2 of them, so you don't need all of them, but this is the smallest pack that they come with. And it's just a little Phillips screwdriver head. So we're gonna get our 2 bolts out here, and we're gonna line this up and put this on just to make sure that everything's mounting good. And then we can move on to putting on our fittings and then hooking up our hose. It is the next day. I did some research last night and I looked a few things up, and I guess how it's supposed to go is you're supposed to use the original factory piece right here. You're supposed to use this and then attach this little hose and then have it on like, well, I guess these pieces are supposed to be flip-flop. This is supposed to be out here. You're supposed to hook this piece up with, I mean, the design is pretty stupid in my opinion. And instead of going through all that and making my engine bay look sloppier than what it already does, we're gonna do this our own way, because it's not, you know, the oil catch can isn't affecting anything. It's right there. It's out of the way of everything. It's barely hitting my injector, but all I have to do is literally just move it like that, and boom, it's not hitting. So we're gonna do this the way I feel it should be. So we're gonna use our piece here. The plan is, one, I got cutters, I gotta find them, but we might take a little bit off of this hose, put it on there, hose clamp. And then right here, we're going to run to the parts store real quick and get a straight connector piece that fits this diameter of tubing. And we're gonna have it sticking out of this angle piece right here. Have it like that, and then cut off any excess, clamp, and voila. That's my plan, at least. It's gonna look a lot simpler, a lot better. We're not gonna run into any issues doing it this way, so we should be good. That was a lot easier than what I thought. 2 different parts stores, and on the second one, we finally got it. We have a 5/8 heater hose connector, straight one. That's what we needed, because this kit doesn't come with anything else. So we got a straight connection piece, and then we got some extra hose clamps just to be safe. They didn't have anything that small, so they got a size bigger. Don't really care, just as long as it works, as long as it's not, you know, gonna mess up on us. Now what we can do is push that in there like that. Make sure that when we push this in, oh yeah, that's gonna fit no problem. See? Right like that. Boom. And then now, all we have to do is cut off maybe like, I don't know, probably like that much, right around there. And then get a hose clamp, slip it on, because this ain't coming off. Okay. This ain't coming off. But this I'm a little worried about, because right here doesn't feel like it has as much grip as compared to this connection piece I just put in there. So we're gonna put a hose clamp on this side, definitely, and then same with this side. So I guess all in all, I didn't need the extra hose clamps. It's good to have them anyways for future. There we have it. No complications. It fit up pretty good. You know, had to move a few things, you know, kind of like hold that while you put that, you know, like you got to move around a few things, but other than that, it had no complications at all. And actually, I really like how this looks, because like in the picture, you know, it's hanging out here, the hose is all hanging right there, like, whereas here it's compact, it's out of the way. You still have direct access to your tensioner, you know, your pulleys, your belt, anything over here, you have direct access to it. The only thing I think it blocks is that bolt right there to take off your intake manifold. But obviously, if you're going to be taking all this apart, you're going to move that out of the way. Here it goes. And now our engine light always comes on. That's normal. That's because of the EGR deleting those two, like the solenoids and the sensor. I'm thinking on putting it back on and just looping the vacuum lines so that way it reads right. Because right here, PO406 and PO403, they are both the EGR sensor A circuit high, EGR A control circuit open. Like, that's all it is. And I'm thinking on just putting it back on so that way the code just doesn't constantly pop back up. So I'm thinking on doing that. Because it doesn't affect how the car runs. It just throws that code and it's annoying because I have to constantly reset it. Making sure there's just nothing coming out of where it shouldn't. Making sure everything's plugged in. Making sure our vacuum lines aren't leaking. Yeah, everything looks good. So there you guys have it. That is by far a better way of installing your oil catch can on your 99 to 04 and probably even 94 to 04 SN95 or New Edge Mustangs. As always, guys, be sure to subscribe to this channel. We're at 113 the last time I checked. The numbers are going up. Let's keep on this steady roll. Let's keep gaining subs. Help me, please help me grow this channel. into something amazing. I have more plans for this Mustang. I have plans for this Honda. I even have plans for a third car right now. Well, probably a truck. And I know I've been talking about that, but in order to do what I have planned, we're gonna need a truck and a trailer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel, comment down below if you guys have anything you would like to see, any questions. I would be more than happy to help you guys, anything like that. Thanks for watching and have a good night.